remember. But, oh yeah. So I like visited a couple of modeling agents. Honestly, a lot of them told me that I was too short, but you know, I like kind of like went around seeing how it went. Eventually I met somebody that I was kind of introduced to actually that was like a modeling agent. And honestly, things just kind of got a little weird with her. Like, it was around the same time with her that I was also starting to make like YouTube videos and I was streaming, at the time and stuff like that. And she was like weird about it. Like, she literally wanted me to like be like not on Google. She told me that I was like making myself look crazy and that I had to like delete my YouTube, delete all my social media stuff if I wanted to be like a model, and that models can't be Googleable. And there was like some other kind of sketchy stuff with her, with like photos she want me to take. Also, now, here's the thing, guys. Like, okay, if I'm doing a shoot for somebody, I 1000% understand that, like, it's their vision. And obviously, like, you want to, like, please them. You want, it's their creative project. You don't want to, like, be like, oh, I don't want to do things that way, which I'm never like that. But for me, even like when it would come to like going, like she wanted me to go to like a party. Thank you, Claire the clown for the 2 months. Thanks, I hope so too. I hope everyone's day or night today, guys, been going amazing. But yeah, so like, this is just an example. It's like she wanted me to like go to like a party with her. And yeah, like she would just get kind of like controlling about stuff. Yeah, like she'd be like, oh, like you have to wear you have to look this way. You have to have like this sort of look. You have to wear your hair this way. You have to do your makeup this way. And like if I didn't, she'd get really upset with me. And it wasn't during like just shoots, like all the time. She wanted me to like be someone that I just felt like I wasn't. And it was just suspicious. Yeah, it was kind of suspicious with some things. Like it was just kind of weird. So then from there, I didn't want to like delete all my accounts, and I was kind of getting more into like making videos and streaming, and it just kind of didn't feel right to me to just kind of like leave all that and just like leave you guys and everything like that. So I just kind of kept, that, and I guess that didn't make her happy, and she didn't even really want to work with me anymore, but I feel like it worked out. And since then, I've just kind of been like, I guess focusing more on like YouTube, streaming, and all that kind of stuff. And like, I'm really grateful that I do get to do something where I can be myself, and I'm glad you trusted your gut. Thank you. I think like sometimes that's really just the best thing to do. And that was just kind of like my feeling and just kind of like what felt right to me at the time. Like I just kind of felt like I shouldn't just give up like, YouTube and streaming and all that. And, I just kind of wanted, like, I was enjoying it and just kind of wanted to keep going with it. And honestly, I'm really happy I did. Hi, everyone. Hi, Eugenia. My second COVID shot got me super sick. So I'm just lying in bed watching my favorite streamers. Oh, hey, Sirius CX1. Oh, no. I am so sorry to hear about that. Yeah, some people say that I guess that second shot can get people not feeling so great sometimes, but don't worry, I'm sure you're gonna be fine, but I'm sorry you're not feeling well right now. Well, I'm glad that like, hopefully my stream can like entertain you at all. But yeah, I hope you feel better. Have I Googled her name just to see if anything comes up about her? So what's bizarre, guys, what's so weird, is if I would Google her name, or I would Google like her modeling agency or whatever, nothing would come up. You couldn't find any info on this lady. And I looked a lot more into this, like, oh, I don't think anything will come up now too. This was like years ago, guys. It's just so sketchy. Like there was nothing about her. And I kind of looked like, I tried to look more into that, like after things kind of like ended between us, and nothing. Like she was like literally not on Google. She did take her own advice, yeah. I guess she really got her wish, guys. Yeah, she doesn't want to be Googleable, and like, yeah. This sounds like she was into trafficking. Honestly, my mom later on started having those thoughts. Like is she into something weird like that? Because like even with some pictures that she would want me to like take, guys, like she would sometimes, not all of them, but she would like set me up with like some kind of strange photographers. Like that sounds so mean, but I don't know. There was some sketchy stuff. Sounds like someone got arrested. I don't know. I really don't know what to think. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Oogaga Boogaga. I hope you have the best birthday ever. Nudes, not fully nude, but like, okay, I had like one guy, guys. Was I underage then? I'm trying to remember. I think I was of age, but I was like just kind of becoming of age, if I'm remembering right. Like, yeah. So no, I never took any nudes or anything like that. But there was like, okay, like this is just an example. Like she set me up with like one photographer where he was like, well, you don't have to go nude, but I do like a lot of stuff like that. So like, I'm not gonna make you go like fully nude, but I am gonna like push you as much as I can so we get like good photos. And because things kind of fell through with her, I never actually ended up like taking photos with that guy or working with him. He was also into cosplay. He told me he was like also into cosplay, but I don't know if he was like more into like hentai. Like, I don't know. It was just kind of sketchy. Like, it was just like, I don't know. I felt a little weird. Like, he seemed nice, but then he would also say things like that. So like, yeah. And she was like telling me what a good photographer he was and like really wanted me to take pictures with him. So I mean, yeah, he sounds like a creep. It was like, I don't know, because it's like, he was like very friendly and everything. And like don't get me wrong, guys. Like, I don't have anything against like, you know, people doing, like if people want to do like OnlyFans or people want to do like, you know, nude photos or whatever, I'm not trying to say it's like wrong or that anyone like shouldn't be able to do that stuff. Like, it's nothing against at all people that do that stuff. But it was just kind of not what I was expecting, like when I went in there that day. And I guess like just not really something I was like really interested in doing. So that's where it was just like kind of like a weird experience. Where was the photographer from? New York City. That's where this happened. So, yeah, it was just kind of weird. You don't push someone as much as you can. If they are comfortable, it's something they want to do, fine. But if not, you drop it. Yeah, exactly, Robotoxin. Thank you. See, that's exactly the thing. It's like, yeah, I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, you guys. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, like, those kind of photos. It's like, if people want to do that kind of stuff, like, it's totally fine. But I guess it's just kind of like, you know, like, I went in there just kind of like expecting us to, you know, just kind of like do a, just kind of like a regular like modeling kind of like photos that we would like send to brands or whatever is like what I was told. And it just like didn't really seem like that was like what he wanted to do. Yeah, it is kind of a red flag. Like, it's, I don't know. It's definitely a little bit strange. It just like wasn't what I was thinking I was going in there for that day. Which, like I said, nothing like bad ended up happening. Like he didn't like, you know, hurt me or anything like that. So I'm not trying to say it was like, you know, something like that or anything. But it was just kind of, I don't know. It wasn't really what I was expecting like when I went in there. I'm sure he knew what it was supposed to be and why you came, for the fact that he even tried is super creepy, right? Because like I emailed him a little bit beforehand, guys. Like he seemed really friendly on email too, and like, see, those kind of photos, like that topic just like never came up. My modeling agent or whatever, I don't know what she told them. I'm sure they talked too, but that kind of thing was just like never mentioned to me. So it was just kind of like unexpected. My mom thought it was really weird too, like when I told her. The industry is very sketchy in general. It can be, yeah. Like guys, there's like entire websites. I forget what it's called. And it's not. I'm sure there are like legit photographers like out there too, like photographers that, you know, are on these sites, but there's like modeling sites that like, you know, you can go on, like upload your photos and kind of try to like connect with photographers. I've heard of like some really bad stories, like some scary stories with like, I've never used one of those, but it just sounds like they can attract some really, really sketchy people. So, I don't know. It definitely just kind of seems like an industry that you have to be like really careful in. Because sadly, like there are some people that get a little strange. Sounds like that could go wrong in so many ways. Yeah, seriously, you know, like I've literally heard of people like getting like kidnapped and things. Like it's really scary. I'm a normal photographer. Oh yeah, Melanie Gomez photographer. There's definitely like normal photographers out there for sure. There's plenty of really good photographers out there, you guys. And I'm sure there's some that even are on these kind of sites, but I've just never used any of those kind of sites because like I've heard some stories, like some not so good stories. But you're doing good with streaming / YouTube now. Exactly, James. Thank you. And yeah, you know, I just kind of had like a feeling that I should like stick with it and not just give up on it. And I'm happy I did. You know, it ended up working out. So I do think sometimes, guys, it's just good to like listen to like what your heart tells you and just like what feels like is right. Because that's just kind of like what felt right to me at the time. And that's just kind of what I ended up doing. And honestly, I'm really grateful that now I do get to do something where like I can be myself, and I'm so lucky to have, you know, so many of you guys that support me and are always so kind to me and watch me in the videos and my streams. And like, I'm grateful that I get to do what I do. So yeah. And now I don't have to kind of, I guess, like change myself so much. And like, yeah. So who recommended this agent to you, if you don't mind saying? Oh, you're fine, Bipsy. Honestly, I don't think this person expected my experience to like go the way that it did. It was actually my hairdresser. My hairdresser was like, oh yeah, I know this lady, like I'll hook you guys up, like, you know. And it was weird because also for like a long time, like she would also go kind of like long periods of time when I was like signed with her without even talking to me. So like whenever I would like see like my hairdresser, he would be like, oh, have you heard from her? She's not finding you work. Like, what's going on? Like, you're still waiting on that? Like, and then sometimes she would just email me and be like, oh, you need to like change like this or that about yourself and just like stuff like that. And I would kind of just like tell him that, like, no, she's just been telling me like I need to do this or I need to do that. And he's like, that's weird. Like, she should be like sending you out. Like, yeah, it was Edward. Yeah, but I'm not blaming Edward though, guys. Like, please, like, don't take it as like I'm blaming him, because like Edward I've known for like a long time. He's a really good guy. You know, he has a really great salon. He does a lot of great hair and everything like that. But yeah, no, I think he just probably didn't know that my experience was going to be the way that it was. Oh no, it wasn't a brand. No, it was a hairdresser of mine. Oh hey, not the tea girl. You're fine. People are just asking me about some of my like past modeling experiences, so I've just kind of been, you know, talking about that. Did I tell them what happened? No, I never did. To be honest, guys, at the time, I didn't really think too much of it. Like, when we did it, or when we didn't actually end up taking those photos with that guy, but I was kind of like, well, he seems nice, like, he said we're not going to do nudes, so I mean, if I feel uncomfortable, I'll just tell him, and hopefully he'll understand. So I planned on, like, you know, going and meeting with him and doing all that, but then things kind of just fell through with her too. Topless? I have no idea. Like I said, I don't really know exactly what he was expecting of me. I mean, he said not nude, like that we didn't have to like go there. Like, he said he does a lot of stuff like that, and he would like push me as much as like he can. He didn't say it like I'm gonna push you as much as I can, like that, but he was kind of like, you know, I think like as far as I'd go, or like, I don't know, because the photo shoot didn't happen. Thank you, Halliston, for the bit.